So it is 19:35 p.m. Nope, it is not World War II, unfortunately. It's New Year's Eve, actually, and it's Tuesday, so happy Topless Taco Tuesday. New Year's Eve on a Tuesday. Wonderful. Anyway, this is my last movie review for 2024. Labyrinth from 1986. Same year I was born. Yeah, I'm that old. Getting there. Ugh, lovely. Anyway, here's my thoughts. I think I've seen this before. I can't remember, honestly. Like, I have seen, and I blame this on cable, mainly TNT, USA, Sci Fi Channel, Bravo, um, what else? TBS, for showing random snippets of stuff. And it's like, oh, I remember this. And BET. No. The Owl's pretty, and given this is produced by George Lucas, that makes this part of Star Wars. Sit on that and cry. Uh, is that the same house on the hill from Beetlejuice up from Sarah's? It looks like it. Like when Sarah's going into her house, up on the hill is another house. And it looks like the same one for Beetlejuice. I think it's the same location too. If it is, that's some funny shit. I mean, it goes to show because some movie sets were filmed back to back, depending on which one you're looking at, and a lot of stuff got reused and repurposed for future projects, which is nice. I always mention that in art books because you'll see concept art and then it gets repurposed down the road for other shit. So there you go. David Bowie is definitely underrated in terms of acting, even in death. Yeah. His best work for me is on the Hunger series. Yeah, he narrated that shit. Love that show. I need to rewatch it and do a proper review because that shit is so underrated. The visual history book for this is also cool. Check that out whenever you wish. Love the goblin puppets, and I fucking miss practical effects so much in puppetry. I miss it. God, who the goblins took Toby away. But I miss puppets. Like fuck, like they're so good because they're simple to make, low budget deal. But in this day and age, CGI rules the land. Goblin King with heterochromia is alluring. I like that shit. Good matte painting for the Goblin Castle too, and throughout the film. I will also say I miss 80s soundtrack music with relaxed vibing beats. Oh yeah, they are so damn good. And I love the mossy eyes in the labyrinth too. Very cool. If this came out today, folks would whine about Toby being mistreated. Yeah, they would. That poor baby, he's being abused. Or they would put a asterisk USED because they can't say that word. They're afraid of it. Pussies. The Helping Hands. I love that shit. I remember that. That was really cool. Hoggle is tricky but memorable, and they always mispronounce his name every fucking time. Scene transition for this is still flawless 38 years later. Jim Henson is a wonderful fucking director. So good. Ludo's adorable. Can't go wrong with him. He's so cute. The Fire Gang is alluring. They're the only thing I truly remember from this. I was talking about this on Jacked Up Reviews podcast a few weeks ago. We were talking about movies and Labyrinth came up. And I was like, that's the only thing I remember from this movie. And this is on Tubi, by the way, if you want to check it out. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ, how do you pronounce a fucking dog's name? Diminute. Wow, I cannot brain. Didymus? I don't know. Didymus, whatever, fucking. He's funny, and that's cool that Ludo can control rocks. I forgot about that. Sarah's ball gown and hair are mesmerizing. Like, that's some good shit. I love it. The Door Guardian was amazing, and the door knockers were funny as shit too. I wish I had a junk lady to give me back the things I've lost over the years. Oh yeah, definitely. And if I sound congested, I am. I have sinus issues going on. So this is my right ear. I can barely hear out of it. This one's wide open. But I have my energy, so I'm good. Alright, I've been taking meds and shit. Fun stuff. Oh, fucking blowing my nose so much, Christ. The gang versus the goblins at the castle was fun. Jarrus cod piece is a fucking trip. Pointed that out in the visual history. Check that out at your will. Amazing how he's defeated by a mere line of dialogue. It goes to show how easy it was to defeat villains back then. Whether it was a line of dialogue, whether it was music. What else? Music, line of dialogue, saying their actual fucking name. Or just an inanimate object or something, or ignoring them like Merlin. Yeah. Crazy shit. But it's amazing how it's also evolved today, too. It's also noteworthy that each character is a reflection of Sarah's personality. I thought about that after I was done watching. I was like, yeah, each one is a reflection of her personality when you think about it. Goblin King represents, I guess, her mother. Hoggle represents mistrust and fear and hesitation. Ludo represents innocence. Die, I can't pronounce his fucking name. Represents courage. And his dog Ambrosius is the same dog in the beginning. Yep. Good good repurposing of the dog. And that would go over people's heads today. I'm like, what? No. It's the same fucking dog. Just with a different name. 3 different names. Actual name and then 2 names for 2 different times in the film. Exciting, right? So the goblins would represent I don't know. I don't know what the goblins represent, but they represent something. I just can't think of it at the moment. Anyway, 8, 7 out of 10 on this shit. And I am aware of the remake that's coming in 2026 for its 40th anniversary. Yeah. The guy helming it does look a little like David Bowie. He does. And it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Heck. The worm was cute, but it kind of sucks it didn't serve much purpose versus everybody else. Like, everybody else served a purpose, but the worm really didn't do shit. Is there more to tell with Labyrinth if the remake gets done? I guess so. I know there's comics, visual history, and bestiary I want to cover at some point. I did reserve the bestiary. Waiting for that to come in takes time. Just like the Star Wars Encyclopedia. That took weeks to come in. You could argue there's more mythos to unveil, and that's the beauty of most classic 80s and 90s flicks. Even 70s ones, too. There's more to tell that couldn't be visualized due to budget constraints back then. Yeah, because even with a small budget, like, you take a small budget film, and there's always more to tell. Like, you can tell a lot with one film, and then it's like, oh, we got more to tell. And then it comes back decades later. And it works out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Trying to think. I mean, D&D is a good example of that, because you have, the initial D&D film from 2000. Then there was the animated Dragonlance. Then, or not, wait, Autumn of Twilight. I watched it. I can't really remember it. All I remember is Thora Birch was in that shit. That's all I really remember. And she played the barmaid that had bouncing tits. Funny shit. And then you had the 2022 Honor Among Thieves. That was alright. I watched that. It was cool. So, yeah, there's always more to tell as you go through the years and decades. It's wild. So, do I recommend this to you and friends? Yeah, check the shit out. You never seen this? Check it out. It's one of them 80s flicks. Um, well, yeah, very interesting. So, if you don't like David Bowie, you don't care for Jim Henson, you don't care for puppetry, you don't care for practical effects, well, then you keep your CGI ass in this decade and fuck the hell off. But if you want to see early work and how practical effects were done, check this out. If you want to see a kid crying on screen without being bitched at, check this out. God. Yeah. So, that is what I've got. I will continue healing and getting better, hopefully. So, nah. So, Happy New Year. I'll be back sometime this week with some shit, depending on how I feel. Yeah. Drive safe. Don't pull Paul Walker. It's not cool. But if I don't fucking care about you, then go Paul Walker yourself. Go pull a Paul Walker leaving Las Vegas. Yeah. If you got that reference, we're cool. If you didn't, I'm not fucking explaining it to you. You have to watch these films to understand what I'm talking about. So, till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers, and happy fucking New Year, you bitch.